Hello, everybody. This is a preliminary to a belated sewing ritual that I never got to do on sewing. And the reason for that is, for one, Beggar's Night was from 6 to 8 in my mom's neighborhood, like it usually is every year, every year that they have it. So, no biggie. The weather was fair for the most part, but it was that dristy mizzle, like it was raining lightly, and it was just enough to make everybody miserable. And Chris had to shut his computer down because the rain got it too wet. I wasn't able to do my live stream that I was planning to do because I realized I had bent the crap out of my the power cord that goes into my 2-in-1. The little tip that goes inside of it got bent, and it's my own fault because I didn't store it properly and something bent it. So I wasn't able to do a live stream, and with the rain and everything, I wouldn't have probably been able to anyway. We may have succeeded doing it on the front porch, but literally nobody would be able to go in and out of the door because we had the candy bucket on the only table on that little tiny porch, because we did candy on the front porch, from the front porch this year. Good side, weather was decent, could have done without the rain, but my daughter Zephyr, she was able to come over, and that is my daughter Alicia, but I will call her Zephyr from now on, because when I went to fair this year to see her, the only day that I could go to the Ohio Renaissance Festival, me and Christy went, and I wore my black and white belly dance outfit, and it was a lot of fun. But she told me at the fair that day that she's like, "Mom, I stopped using Alicia like a long time ago." I was like, "Oh, really?" And she said, "Yeah." And I kept seeing Zephyr Feinstein, and then it would be pictures of her, but I didn't make the connection. Goofy mommy. Brain fart. But anyway, she got to my mom's a wee bit late. Not too awful much, though, but a little bit. And as soon as she got out of her car, she gave me the mower bag. And yes, I speak of the infamous mower bag that my brother has been pissing and moaning and bitching and griping and whining about. And he just was not going to shut the hell up until he got the damn thing back. Well, I made a joke that day through a text message that apparently upset my daughter. And I need to apologize to her for that and say, "Honey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make a joke of it. I was just trying to be lighthearted about it because it hurt me too, because it hurt you." I texted Carl that night, and the next day or something, and he said, "So did your daughter show up?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "And she handed out candy, and she brought your mower bag. But just so you know, this mower bag incident, Carl, really hurt Zephyr. And because you hurt her, you hurt me. This hurt my daughter, your niece, that used to kind of adore you and, walk in the front door at Grandma's over on Santa Maria and walk right out the back door. And the first place she came was right to you." And then suddenly that just stopped. And I always wondered why. I've never asked Alicia because it seemed to me like something like that would be a touchy subject for her and she wouldn't feel comfortable talking about it, so I'm not going to force it. So from now on, when you hear me refer to a Zephyr and my daughter, that's my daughter Alicia. She has reinvented herself. She has rebirthed herself in a way as Zephyr Feinstein because of how much that beautiful young lady of mine has been through. Like, she grew up in a war zone and every side she chose was wrong, and she went through hell. And I hate it because she didn't deserve what she went through. And I feel like it kind of killed the closeness between us that we once had, to the point that, and I mean, now I don't expect her to do something like this now because that would just be silly. But when it was my weekend with Zephyr, back when I was still living in Marysville, and she was too young to, move out and get out on her own and find herself a nice partner and, be happy. And by changing her name, it's like, as a witch, I feel like it's a rebirth because there is a Greek goddess called Zephyr, and she is symbolized or known as the West Wind. So all that time, I've been feeling somebody come from the West. It may have been Zephyr all along, the actual Zephyr, or it may have been my daughter. In which case, I would feel absolutely horrible because I always thought that it was a guy. I always thought that it was Jim Morrison because when Jimmy was alive, he always said, the West is the best. And, that's just where he wanted to be. That felt normal to him. Just scratching my stomach. But I've got the camera tilted more headshot this time because I went through the pictures of all of my videos, all my live streams I have on this channel, all the way back to the very first one I ever did. And I saw how heavy I am in the pictures, and it disgusted me. It really, really messed with my self-esteem, and I couldn't help but wonder if Char actually cast a fucking spell and transferred her weight to me as a torture and a torment and a slap in the face and a kick in the gut and a bite in the twat even. I mean, not to get graphic, but that bitch really fucking did me wrong. And so I need to concoct me a weight loss / protection spell. And I would not put it past her. And it's not like I'm looking for a reason to blame her. I'm not. Because the last thing I want to do, believe it or not, is I don't ever want to mention her again because that was my past. That hell is gone. And she paid the price for what she did to me. But I'm going to do this weight loss thing just for myself. And I'm not going to give her any power and say that it's because she cast a weight loss spell on me. Because if you start giving them that kind of power, then that's exactly what you're going to manifest. But point being, I saw how heavy I am, and I was just disgusted. I couldn't stand to look at myself. I'm borderline diabetic. Anyway, so back to the sewing thing. So Alicia, I need to apologize to her. I'm going to give it some time because I don't want to bring it up too soon. Maybe I'll bring it up Thanksgiving, try to wait until then so it can kind of help her heal from it and move past it, because my brother, I love him dearly. I really do. But I really wish that he would start owning up to where he causes somebody hurt and just gets away with it. Because now he won't text me. He won't talk to me. Hey, Squeak, gonna come see Mommy? I don't know if I can put my glasses on or not, or if it's going to have those. Yeah, still got those lines in it. Anyway, so these are my new glasses. I really like them. They got some nice gothic colors, witchy colors, Hecate, red, gray / very light black, and white. And they're cat-shaped glasses. So this is basically an itinerary and a bit of a catch-up and an explanation of why I wasn't able to do the sewing live stream, because everything just went horribly wrong. And it started when my daughter got out of that car with a very hurt look on her face and said, I don't want to hear any more about it. She handed the bag to me. I believe I thanked her. I don't remember, but I hope I did. If I didn't, then I'll thank her when I bring it up. But I don't want to bring it up too soon because I don't want to reopen the wound. You know what I mean? Because she said she didn't want to hear any more about it. She said, don't make jokes about it or anything like that. And then when she said that, I thought, oh no, my joke that I made about it hurt her. And that was not what I was trying to do. So she brought his mower bag back Halloween night. And she had gotten her nails done. She got them done in a pretty purple and a blue. Beautiful. And they're like pointed, like more witchy, than how I would have my nails done. But anyway, more like hat claws, they were beautiful. They were really well done. And she was really proud of them. And she did help hand out candy. She brought him the mower bag. So after I texted him and told him that he had hurt us, and that Alicia said she actually cried over the mower bag a few times, and I felt like about this high, like, honey, I am so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. And I won't bring it up again. I just wanted to apologize for hurting you, which I did not mean to do. I was just trying to make light of the situation because of how much pain it was causing and how much hurt it was causing you. So my power cord prong was bent, and I took my multi-tool and I did my very best to very carefully straighten it back out. Got it to plug in, but I wasn't sure if it was compromised altogether, in which case I'd have to get a whole new 2-in-1 that I don't have the money to get right now. My pinky, it can handle something like Avocan, but it don't have the capacity and the RAM or the memory or whatever it needs to do something like live streams. So that leaves this one and my big silver one down here. But yeah, I think it would be fun to have like a Halloween party, just invite a handful of friends, have some little party favors and say, if you want to bring your own bottle, that's fine. Because, the only alcohol I have is shit that I've mixed. And the only thing that's straight that hasn't been tampered with is my alien gin or my alien rum. And I've got it hidden down here beside me because I didn't want Chris to have any more of it, especially with his breathing issues and stuff right now. I just don't think it would be a good idea. So this is, to get back to the happy now, this is a preliminary to, I will be doing a live stream later today. Look for it between the hours of 12 and 3 p.m. I'm going to be doing a series of, I'm going to be cleaning off this one table that's behind the camera so you can't see it right now, but it's facing the west. It used to be my abundance altar a long time ago, but then the cats kind of took it over and things changed and so on and so on. So I'm going to clear that table off today, and I'm going to crochet a cover to put on it. I've got this real pretty blue, white, and black yarn, variegated. I'll show it to you. And I was just trying, I remember when I was rolling it, I was trying to think, what is going to be the best way to utilize this? What's going to be the best way to use it? So, over here, I've got some pink. It's some light pink. That was, I don't know what I could make with something that small, but, So I am going to be working on diamond paintings today. I'm going to be clearing off my abundance altar, make it my abundance altar again. And right now, I'm going to, gotta get me another bowl. Just when I think I'm done with my glasses, I end up getting them back out and putting them back on. All right, what size do I want? I think this one will work. Crochet hooks. Get in there. This is, it's like, see, it's like blue, black, white, and it's all mixed. It's real pretty. And I've got another one this size. So I'm going to be crocheting an altar cloth for the abundance altar, and this is going to be what I would call strictly a top surface one, meaning I'm going to try not to let it hang down too much in the front or anything, but till I get the chain done here. I know you can't hear. I'll hold it up so you can actually see me doing it. So I'm going to be cleaning out my little white bookcase, putting some bug juice down to kill the roaches, get rid of them. Break down, get some vinegar from the store, and wipe it down. Put some like lids or something, or some small glasses or some kind of containers with vinegar to get rid of the bugs, because I don't have any peppermint oil handy. So guessing I look a good circumference for an altar cloth without measuring the table that's off to my right that you guys can't see. I think that should be just right. Let's see. Chris is coffee in the bedroom. Just trying to sleep. But so I'm going to be doing some cleaning projects today, some rearranging, crocheting some things. Like I want to crochet an altar cloth for my altar in the southwest corner of the living room. I just hope it's charging. Let me see. Barely. I've got some orange and black Halloween colors that I'm going to make an orange and black sewing altar cloth. But I'm going to be clearing off my abundance altar today and rededicating it as an abundance altar. I'm going to, like I said, be moving stuff, rearranging stuff, clearing stuff out. I'll have to make a trip to the Kroger to get some vinegar, because I don't know if there's any left of that bottle that I had, or if Chris just put it down under the sink, and because it used to sit right beside the fridge, and it's not there anymore. So I don't know if he moved it somewhere or what, but I know that'll clear them out of there, because they will not like the smell of the vinegar. And like I said at first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some gloves, plastic gloves, protective gloves, and once I got the vinegar, I'm going to dip a wash rag in it, soak it, wring it out decent, not be afraid to let some of it have liquid, because that will soak into the material of the cabinet, which is some kind of press board or something, I think. I don't know if it's actually wood or... But this is also when my carpal tunnel is the worst, and I have to keep stopping and taking lots of breaks because my hands start going numb and it wears out my arms. So it's going to be a sewing house party of sorts. And you guys will be with me every step of the way as I'm cleaning stuff, getting rid of stuff, rearranging. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's mostly to remind me, and so that it's the last thought on my mind before I go to bed. And there is just a single row of crochet. Now I realize this thing's kind of big, so it is going to hang down a wee bit, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'll be doing my diamond paintings. Maybe do some readings. Like do the cards like I usually do, and the goddess of the day, the spell of the day, and incorporate that into the Samhain celebration, because I wasn't able to do it at Mom's on the appropriate night. So and I'm going to start putting $20 of my pay in a rainy day fund. Put it in my my checking account and then immediately transfer it to my savings, so I can start building my savings up by putting $20, at least $20 in it each week. And then once I've got about 40 or more in my savings, like I'm probably going to go for 60 again, because I had 67.81. Capital One took it because my account was overdrawn by 155 something, and that was their fault. That was their screw up, because they made me believe I had $183 to spend that I did not. So I spent it, and then it says 155 something overdrawn. I'm like, what? I was pissed. You know, I'm getting really, really irritated with Capital One. And the main reason why I decided to try Capital One was because it was Chris's suggestion. And now they're doing shit that I don't like. Been thinking about also for fun, loading a separate card instead of my Capital One that will just have what I call fun money on it that I can spend on my Avakin game or some other way if I choose, but just put it on. I'm going to have to get a reloadable card. Make sure it don't expire. Make sure there's no ridiculous fees for usage of the card and all that happy horse hockey. Or happy horse shit. I mean, hell, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Who's going to be on this time of night? Or the witching wee hours of the morning, the AM. So, long and short of it is, I won't repeat myself anymore, comes join my belated Samhain celebration, because if I get everything done I plan on getting done, I'm going to invite Norma and Christy over tomorrow, and also Robert if he's available. And now I've got another dilemma on my hands. Because he just can't seem to hang on. He wants me back in his life. He is, he's missing me. He's missing the friendship. And in the spirit of Samhain, I'm just going to come straight out with it as a way of releasing it. And I will definitely do a petition later when I'm doing the live stream. There's going to be a Samhain ritual that I'm going to read from my solitary book and have some friends over to get the ritual stuff out of the way so that when they come over for the party, they're not getting all nervous and uncomfortable, because the only person that would be nervous and uncomfortable about being here would be Robert, because he doesn't believe in the craft. He doesn't believe in witches and so on and so on. So, and no, it's not him that I'm speaking of. Newsflash. And this is what I'm, I guess, basically coming out and getting off my chest. It's just being brutally honest and trying to figure out how to formulate the words. Come on, Janet, you can do this. It's about forgiveness and rising above. Forgive. Don't forget, but forgive. Write it down. Do some readings about it. maybe even talk to the angels. Even though you guys will more than once, more than a few times most likely, hear me swear up and down I'm not going to be friends with this person again, because every time I do, things are okay for about a week or so, and then he turns on me again and says that he don't want to be my friend anymore, and I'm tired of his Jekyll and Hyde routine. The reading is going to be about what purpose do I serve in this person's life? Am I meant to guide them in some way? Am I meant to help them in some way? Even if it's lighting candles for a friend and doing a spell bottle to maybe help them with their issues. But these are the things that get into the realm of you're really supposed to ask permission. This is my carpal tunnel. This is what I have to do. I have to shake my hands to get the numbness to go away. But at the same time, I have to openly admit I do miss him. And for those of you that truly know me, you know who I'm speaking of without even having to say his name. I don't want to jinx it, but Chris told me when I came in yesterday evening from my mom's. I left early. I left out of there a little after 7, I think it was. And got to spend some time with my friends Sari and Kara on Atican. I know my voice sounds awful. I'm overusing again. I'm smoking, so it's drying my throat out. But Chris said that this person wants me to come down and knock on his door so that he can apologize to me. And he actually came up here and knocked on the door yesterday evening before I got home and said, would you please tell Janet to come and knock on my door so I can apologize. I think I don't know. I'm trying to be smart about it this time. Really think it through, play different scenarios in my head about it to see which one I feel is the best course of action. 1, I will unblock this person from my phone. I will punch in their new number. I will add it into their contact info, and I will text him first and say, Big D, look. If you truly want to be my friend, then you need to stop chasing me away for stupid reasons, especially if they're unfounded because you don't have the courage to ask me, instead of all this hubbub going on. But you can't call somebody friend 1 minute and then the next time you get in a pissy mood and you're fucking stupid drunk off your ass and high too, and that's what makes you this way and makes the Jekyll, it makes the Hyde come out. Because Jekyll is the side that I like. That's the side I have fun with. That's the side I enjoy hanging out with, down in his place. And that's another reason why I'm going to get my chair from my mom's, if it's still there, or get me another one, but get a nice one, but as inexpensive as I can get, but comfortable and all that. I would say Sam's Club, but the only way I would be able to get one from there, as Norma would have to go down and renew her membership and let me in with her as a guest. Because that's where we got the chairs that we like the most, that have the greatest width. They have the little mesh pocket on the right side that you can put your drink in. And when you're sitting out or sitting down in the basement, this is a good size thing you can put in it because it's decently deep. And whatever bottle or cup I'm drinking out of that day is what I would put in there. So it's better if the glass is decently tall, like one of my insulated or a thermos or something, so it sticks out. Because if you do a regular 20 ounce of pop, it disappears into the darn thing, where it's more of a struggle to get it out every time you want to drink. But I'm going to have to, maybe the way to get through to him and to help him become consistent at it, train him, change his behaviors a little bit more tolerably, and make up some friendship rules. Literally sit down and make up a friendship rule list. And present it to him and let him know, look, you need to get your shit together, because you can't say that you're friends with somebody 1 minute and then a week later tell them you no longer want to talk to them, you no longer want anything to do with them, blah, blah, blah. And then weeks, months go by and you can't stand it anymore. Every time you see me, you regret once again that because of your mental issues, big D, and you have refused to deal with them, this is going to keep happening, and you really can't expect anybody, including me, especially me, you can't expect me to just keep taking it and be okay with it. I'll give him a few days, he'll be fine. Give him even as much as till tomorrow or whatever, and then he sobers up enough and he's like, oh my God, what did I say? What did I do? And then I try to tell him, he's like, you know what, never mind, I don't want to know. And I'm like, dude, make up your fucking mind, okay? So the dilemma is, one of the options I'm looking at is texting him, unblocking him, texting him, updating his info, because he gave me this number that he had, and it was like the last number. It was a new one that he gave me and wrote down on a piece of paper, and I still have it in the bedroom, and I know right where it is, so I'll get it, and I will unblock him. I will put that number in the contact, and I will text him and say, look, Daryl, you got to get the Jekyll and Hyde routine under control. And what I mean by that is, you can't be my friend 1 minute and then something happens that rubs you the wrong way, or that triggers you because you won't tell me what your triggers are, so I won't do them. And then if you still Jekyll Hyde me, then I can say, see, you're still doing it. Do you, truly know what true friendship is? Because a true friend, yeah, they might get pissed at you for a while, and they'll kind of back off, give you some space, give you some time to sit and reevaluate, stew in your juices, as it were, where you were in the wrong. And how many times does this make it now that you've done this very thing? And it's going to keep causing problems and undue stress to us both if you don't get a handle on it. Because I really like you as a friend. I really like hanging out with you. And I know that you feel the same. But the Jekyll and Hyde routine's got to stop. Because you're asking a lot and not giving a lot. So you can't take, and then don't give. That's not the way this works. If you want to be my friend, then be my friend. If you don't want to be my friend, make up your damn mind. Don't be my friend, and don't ever ask me again. Because I got better things to do with my time than keep subjecting myself to your Jekyll and Hyde routine that's always causing trouble, always causing undue stress, and not just me and Daryl, but people around him that are affected by it because I'm affected by it, just like the whole thing with Zephyr and Carl and the mower bag. So back to that for a moment. I get back home trick-or-treat night, Halloween night, All Hallows, and All Hallows Eve. The next day, I texted my brother, so that would have been the 1st of November, and I told him about the mower bag. I told him, let's not let this stop us from talking and texting. I'm just trying to communicate. And I sent him several text messages. I have not blocked him on my phone. And he should take that as a sign. But how's he going to know if he's not going to even try to call me? But he needs to get the fuck over it. It's been 5 days. Can we just forgive, apologize, move on? Because, it's one thing for him to apologize to me, but who he really needs to apologize to himself and not expect me to do it on his behalf. Show that he truly means it by calling her himself. And even if she don't answer, leave a voicemail and say, hey, Zephyr, I'm sorry I was such a pain in the ass and a butthead over the mower bag. I'm sorry that it hurt you and your mom, that I kept bringing it up and kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it and talking about it, because I wasn't going to be happy until I got the damn thing back. Forgive me. I was an ass. I'm taking responsibility for my actions. I did not mean to hurt you and your mom. Can you forgive me, and can we just move on from here? Because that whole thing could have been avoided if he would have just stopped and thought before he acted instead of acting impulsively. And Daryl has the same problem. He's too compulsive. He has mental issues, and that's something that he has never kept secret from me or anything like that. He's always been very open about that. And I try to understand it, but that doesn't mean that it's okay for him to keep causing the ruckus that he keeps causing, because one minute you want to be my friend, the next minute you don't. Which is it? Because I'm getting tired of this game. And if you can't get your Jekyll and Hyde routine under control, then it's not worth my time to give you endless chances, because everything's okay for a couple of weeks and then all of a sudden you just go off on me for no reason or for a stupid one, and then say, I don't want to be friends anymore, blah, blah, blah. You hurt me, you did this, and it's like, oh, I hurt you. Uh-huh. How about how much you hurt me, which I'm sure was far worse than anything I did to you, Daryl. You need to get some help. You need to get some counseling. You need to get off your ass and get over to the VA and keep your damn appointments so that you can get that help. And then maybe, just maybe, we will stand a halfway decent chance of getting this friendship to last and be able to maintain and properly manage it. But it takes both ways, both people, it cannot be one-sided. So I will make up some friendship rules, as weird and goofy and stupid and trivial as that may sound. And he better not make a joke about it, because if he does, that's going to piss me off. So my dilemma is, do I text him first, which I think is the best course of action, unblock him, put the new number in, because hopefully he hasn't gotten a new one since then, even newer than the last one he wrote down for me that I don't think I ever put in my phone. But I kept it because I do miss him. I miss him as a friend. I miss him and I hanging out together and, sharing the kind of music we both like to listen to, and even kind of for fun singing to each other, doing a duet, just for fun. It's like, it don't mean anything. It's just for fun. Something you would do at a party, But I definitely need to get me some kind of a chair that I can keep up here with me, or down in the basement or something, so that when he wants me to come up there, I'll go down to the basement, I'll grab my chair, and then I'll go up and knock on the door, and at least that way I'll be able to sit comfortably. And so to conclude on this matter, and because he has asked forgiveness again, and that's what it is to me when he says he wants to apologize. Like, oh boy, here we go again. So no matter how many times I might say, oh, that's it, I'm done with him, I'm not gonna talk to him anymore, I'm done with his don't listen, because my compassion is going to kick in and take over every time. And if that makes glutton for punishment, well, I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. But I also need to make him aware that if you truly want a friendship with me, then this shit has got to stop. Because I can't have you, wanting to be my friend one minute and then the next you don't. So I'm going to do a reading on it later when I get up, because it's already after 2, and I won't let myself stay up any later than 3 because, and I'm exhausted, guys. I'm really struggling to keep my eyes open, and the only reason I can is because I've engaged my mind by doing an activity. The minute I stop, I'm going to be like, and I don't want you guys watching me sleep and listening to me snore, and even though it probably crack up a lot of people, I'd never live it down. So I'd rather not go through it. So I'll do a reading on the Daryl matter first and foremost. And depending on what the readings tell, and the goddess of the day and the spell of the day, which I will have to modify to turn it into a friendship thing. Trying something different here. 1, 2, 3. I'm doing some double crochet and single. So I'm doing a few stitches in single in double crochet on this row, about the middle of the piece, or it might be slightly off. But anyway, at least I got the damn mower in my trunk. And when Carl stops pouting and finally decides to text and talk to me again, then I'll set up a day to go up there and get the stuff to him. Carpal tunnel again. Now I'm doing double crochet. So this is a test run to make sure that this thing is in fact still usable, my 2-in-1. and the power cord is still charging it. Or am I going to have to just get me another 2-in-1? What I'd really like to have more than anything is a nice laptop. Let me know if any of you see any manifestations when I'm not looking, or hear any like out of body voices, like, spirits talking to you. I'm also kind of trying to go quiet a little bit to give my vocal cords rest. But I also got me on Avakin to get back to the happy. I bought Foxglove Manor. Foxglove Manor is a magic school that they have on Avakin Life. And I never got to finish going to the school, like learn everything I could learn, get like a cool magic wand, be able to turn people into fairies and just all kinds of fun, cool shit, witchy shit. So yeah, today should be interesting. It'll be a belated Samhain gathering, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, forever 21. Ow. And I also wanted to make a note on here about another major reason why I just wasn't up to doing a Samhain live stream on All Hallows like I wanted to, is because Chris found out fairly recently, about a week or so ago, that he does in fact have cancer on his lung. It's small enough that they say that they may have caught it in time and they may be able to do a surgery if they do it quickly enough. And this Thursday, thank God, it's a day off. My other day off for the week, because I work for my mom Monday, Wednesday, and Friday most weeks. And then I go over Saturday and Sunday as a bonus when I can, because she said a lot of times she goes hungry on the weekends because Jim's busy out doing whatever and gone all damn day, just leaving her there to fucking starve. Thursday, Chris wants me to go with him to his doctor appointment, which they're going to discuss the procedure that they are going to do, what they have talked about, and so on. So Fingers crossed, fingers and toes and eyes crossed. Light some candles, send some healing, do some prayers, you know. And yeah, angelic prayers always welcome, because I don't want him to die. Just because I want and need some space, a place that I can go to for a weekend and just have time to myself. I got me a wellness studio on Avakin yesterday too, or a couple days ago, and I've been building it up slowly. I've got exercise equipment in there. I've got gymnastic stuff in there, and I've really been having a lot of fun with it. I got a nighttime scary graveyard kind of, Halloween room is another new one that I got recently. I also bought the haunted barn, and I bought that one close to Halloween. And my friends Sari and Kara hung out there with me the night before Halloween, because 30th was my payday for October, and it's my November check. See, this is where it gets confusing rather quickly. My check, the end of November, is actually going to be my check for December. My check, the end of December, is going to be my check for January, and so on and so on. And that can get confusing, right? So I bought a couple new rooms, bought me some new looks, some new outfits, got me a new petkin that's just adorable. She's a little Christmas kitty, and she's a helper kitty, and she's dressed like an elf because she's got little green booties on, her 4 little feet, so cute, and she's got a pretty green hat on, and she kind of reminds me of Midnight. And that's what I'm going to try to call her when I make... Oh, no, I already named her. I named her Yulia, Yule with an A on the end, because she is a Yule kitty cat. She has her little square that's her home, where you feed them, you give them affection, give them attention, give them water, just spend time with them, But at least on Avakin, your pets don't die. They just get sad. So, if there's a certain room or a couple of certain rooms on my Avakin game that I only use for a short time, and then, I go back to not using it for a while, and then I end up leaving pets there. And like I said, it's not a big deal. I could leave them there because they're just going to be sad, and just whenever I go back to that room, they'll be there. But I've got so many animals. I try to use them all, and it's just really hard to do, some places. So, I officially, that makes her name Yulia, or Yulia, or something, whatever. But so she's female, and I think an ideal place for her will be my my Christmas room that is a dark forest apartment or something like that. It's got like a bedroom upstairs. Downstairs is like there's a living room, there's a kitchen, you can actually go outside and out back, and there's snow banks and pretty Christmas trees and I'm pondering whether or not I want to get this certain room at some point in the future, which it's looking like until I either put some money in my account, which means I'm going to have some to put in my account. Like, I'm not going to do it with this check, but starting with my next week's pay, or next week's $20 from my mom, which she usually gives me 60, and then if Jim throws in a 20 once in a while, then I get 80. But maybe I will, starting with this Friday when she pays me. I think I will. I'm going to start it now, and I'm going to start putting $20 in my checking from my pay, so load it on my card, and then immediately transfer it into my savings, and just keep doing that until I have a few hundred built up, which I'm getting an extra $240 a month is a grand total of the and that's just with the 60 that I make, majority of the time, because I never know. I don't ever expect, that when mom gives me my pay for the week, Jim's gonna be able to put in an extra $20 to where instead of getting 60, I get 80. And Normia, bless her, my witch sister out here, in my building, in other words, she put gas in the car. Like, she gave Chris $20 when he took her to the store recently or something. So that's got the tank back up to 3/4, and that means that I don't have to use any of my money, pay or otherwise, to get put gas in the car. So at $20 once a week for 4 weeks, that's going to be 20, 40, 60, 80. That's going to be $80. So it'll build it up quick. And then I'll just keep doing that till I get at least 900 just in my savings. Because I won't let myself get over that, because I feel like it's fairly safe to at least allow myself to get 900 saved up on my savings, in my savings with Capital One. And I still haven't talked to, or decided rather, if I even want to talk to him and go through all the bullshit again, which my guess is what they would probably have to do. So see, there you go. That's how many rows I've got done so far. So I'm going to quit because I need to get my ass to bed, because I'm just too tired. I can't stay up anymore. I've got a lot of shit to do today. So blessed be. Hope to see you later at my belated sewing holiday bash of sorts. Blessed be. Love you guys. See you soon.